the statistics of last night's game. And we're going to start it off here with the obvious. Stuart Skinner. Weak goaltending. That's it. It's weak goaltending. We keep saying, give him another chance, give him another chance, give him another chance.
Hi, Stan. Preston Hodgkinson, Daily Hive, Edmonton. Goaltending has been a hot topic in this city this season. You obviously decided to stand pat. Just want to know your philosophy on that position deadline.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a hot topic. I see that's something everyone likes to talk about. And I understand that. I think goaltending, right or wrong, gets the most attention in a game.
You heard the social media general managers at the deadline screaming for you to do something with your goaltending.
The social media general managers. Wow. Wow, screaming to do something with your goaltending. Well, I'm definitely one of those people.
Here it comes.
I'm definitely one, and you're definitely one of those people.
Well, I mean, isn't half the city?
You just say to yourself, like, how much more can you take? How much more can you take? As an Oiler fan, how much more can you take? And the other giant concern watching this game was between the pipes. And, I mean, this topic has been discussed so much, and we all said, you know, once the trade deadline passed, it's time to get behind Stuart Skinner and, you know, just rally all the troops behind him and hope for the best, because we have no other option. And the rebound on the first goal was just horrendous. And then just the third goal by Tage Thompson, the game winner, where he just kind of did a belly flop and almost looked like he was like doing a worm back like in those 1980s breakdancing videos that you watch. You just say to yourself, man, I don't see goalies doing those kind of moves. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I told you when we lost Broberg and Holloway, this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. And I'm telling you right now, after today's game, after everybody, including the organization, gave Stuart Skinner the old pat on the back, you're the guy and everything, this is what you give us? I don't care if some of the shots were screened. It's another game of sub-900 goaltending. Again! Well, for myself, it's obviously, as usual, goaltending. Kind of been mentioning that all year. Can't say too much more than that intro. I mean, said it all year. Nothing happened at the deadline as far as goaltending goes, and this is where we're at. Like, nobody should be surprised. Except for maybe Oilers management, because they just, for some reason, can't seem to understand that we have not had reliable goaltending in the City of Champions since, I would say, since Tommy Salo. We've had some, guys come in here and there, but to have a consistent number one goalie hasn't happened, and this is where we're at. And much like the thumbnail shows, if we do not win the next game, we might as well take that next exit off this highway to the Stanley Cup and figure out later, because if we go down 3-0 to the LA Kings, that is going to be a very, very, very difficult mountain to climb. And with this roster, I just don't see it happening myself. Could happen, yes, but we simply cannot go down 3-0 to the Kings. And as a matter of fact, I think we need to win the next 2 games at home to have a shot at getting through this round. Just such a letdown, and to find the energy to even do this recap video after such a disappointing loss. Was very, very difficult. But I mustered up the energy because I did not want to let down not one of the 790 subscribers to the Frozen Oil channel. Thank you so much to all those that have. We are 10 subscribers away from 800. And coming up with the energy for this video after such a crushing loss in Game 2 came by because of you. So thank you to all those that have subscribed. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Getting back to the Oilers. I don't know what more I can say. I don't know what more all of us can say. I mean, we are all one voice. We've been clamoring for years. We need to fix our goaltending situation. We are wasting Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. We will never, ever have an opportunity to win multiple cups again with guys like this on our team. It's just not going to happen. We have arguably the top 2 players in the world on our team, and we can't seem to win and put it together to win a championship. So, you know, we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to go to some of these statistics here, and I mean, I can't even look at that. I can't even look at that. I can't believe we're in this situation. Just disgusting. Just horrible. 6-2 final. The LA Kings over the Edmonton Oilers. Adrian Kempe with a monster game. 2 goals, 2 assists. Kopitar still at his age hanging in there. Goal and 3 assists. And the Kings power play just keeps beating us, and that's what you get. A 6-2 final. Edmonton Oilers are down 2-0. Shots on goal for the Kings, 31-26. Face-offs, the Kings edge us, 52-47. The Kings go 3 for 5 on the power play. Oilers 0 for 3. And I mean, other than maybe one, maybe 2 high danger scoring opportunities on those 3 power plays, the power play did not look good. The Oilers continue to hit 36-24 in favor in that department. Nice to see that, but I mean, when you're getting peppered on the scoreboard, those hits, I mean, hopefully they come in handy down the road and wear this team down. But right now, the Kings are just steamrolling the Oilers. Let's just call it for what it is. Blocked shots, 15-10. Giveaways, Oilers with 15 giveaways in a playoff game to 8 for the Kings, and takeaways 7-3 in favor of the Oilers. Again, I mean, Clark opens up the scoring on a power play, and then Byfield and Kuzmenko, and now it's 3-0. I mean, again, we're going down multiple goals. In the playoffs, it's just too difficult to be down 3 goals and 4 goals and muster up comebacks. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, especially against a team like the Kings that plays the trap. So, you guys want to keep trying this out, go ahead, but it's not going to work. So, got lucky in the first game there with a miracle comeback just to be foiled in the last few seconds by a just goal that it's difficult to watch, but you know, they used up all their energy for that comeback, and I was afraid of this. I was afraid they used up all their energy and they couldn't get that game won. And I'm telling you right now, the Oilers need to win the next 2 games in a row, if not 3. Leon Draisaitl makes it 3-1. Arvdson finally makes it 3-2, but then with one of the biggest cough-ups probably for what will be this first round. Kempe takes advantage, takes away all the Oilers' kind of oomph in their game and deflates the bench with that giveaway to Kempe to make it 4-2, and the Kings keep rolling 5-2 and 6-2. So it's difficult to look at these stats. It's very difficult to look at these stats, and I just want to touch on, I mean, how many times can you... Sorry for all the flopping around here, but let's just look at this goal visualizer here. I mean, look at this. Okay, look at this. Keep an eye on 33. Okay, that's the Kempe goal. Counts how many times. I mean, how often do you see this at the NHL level for a single player to give up the puck and turn it over 3 times in a span of seconds? Watch. 33, giveaway. 33 gets it back. Giveaway. Gets it again, giveaway. Off his stick. Kempe makes no mistake. 3 giveaways in a span of 5 seconds by Arvdson. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We had such high hopes when Arvdson came here, and I don't know what happened. You know, Mattias Ekholm obviously was a big part in bringing Arvdson here. It was a big reason we didn't sign or match Holloway. And just, I don't see it from him. I don't know what they were doing bringing this guy here. At his age, he seems to just be falling off completely. And that should show you right there what the kind of, you know, effort we're getting from him. And it's like when your friend calls you and says, "Oh, I know you're having a get-together, and I'm going to invite... is it okay if I tell my buddy came in from out of town, and I really can't do anything about it, and, you know, I really want to be there, but do you mind if I bring him along?" You know, and you say, you know, this get-together, the roster that's coming it's going to be fire. It's going to be a great evening. But you don't want this, you know, your buddy to get upset. And sure, you know what? Bring him along. And then the night of the get-together, the doorbell rings. You open the door. It's this guy, and you say, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And hey, it's Victor Arvdson. Sorry, by the way, I know I just got here, but I happened to lightly bump the car in the driveway. There's a little bit of damage. I'm sorry about that. And then he walks in, and you know, flash forward a few minutes later, he's not doing too well. He's had too much to drink, and he's throwing up in your living room. And then he tells you at the end of the night, "Oh, I can't drive. Can somebody please give me a ride home?" And you say, "Sure, yeah, no problem. We'll give you your ride home." You know, you dinged the car on your way here. You didn't even walk into the party, and then you threw up in the living room. You know, that's a big mess we got to clean up. We don't even know you. And then you got to drive this guy home, and you get in the car and you start driving. You say, "All right, buddy, what's your address?" And he tells you, "Oh, I live on the other side of the city. Is that okay if you drive me home?" It's just like, what did this guy come here for, you know, other than to wreak havoc and ruin the short party we had with the roster we had prior to those offer sheets? That's exactly how I see it. And it's unfortunate for us fans that this has happened. So, yeah. Let's move on now to Twitter X and see what the Oilers faithful have to say. Just a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter/X. Our handle is @FrozenOilHockey. And let us see what is going on in the Twitterverse, and this isn't going to be good. I'm telling you right now. So if you're a little faint of heart, you might want to just forward to the last few minutes of this video, because this is going to be a very difficult one to get through. So let's kick it off here with Klima's Lid. Again, one of the best handles in social media for the Oilers. It's so disappointing because the Oilers are taking it to the Kings. The players are giving it all they got, but their goalie is a Sieve. And once again, I didn't even know what a Sieve was till this season. Had to look it up. It's a strainer. And as you know, strainers have a lot of holes in it. I feel so bad for the players. They're effing battling it out there. And yeah, they are battling, especially McDavid and Draisaitl. But it doesn't matter how much you battle or how good you are up front. The weak goals are costing us. Next one from Loyal to the Oil. People often refer to passionate fans as, quote, armchair GMs, or tell you don't know the full story. Well, Oilers fans have been saying for years, we need a goalie. We always get scoffed at, or GMs/hockey operations say that we like what we got. Well, you wasted another year of 97 and 29. Absolutely agree with you there, and I just hope that that last statement is incorrect. I hope the Oilers can turn it around. I really do, but it's not looking good right now. Next one from C at CC Dry. They keep inventing new lows just for the Oilers, and this is a new low. Next one is from Bar Down. Oilers fans right now, with the classic Wolverine there. That was a picture, and they replaced it with Ekholm. We are missing Ekholm big time. I mean, we don't need to say it. Major part of this team. Major piece. I would say the third most important piece on this team with this roster after McDavid and Draisaitl. I feel it's Ekholm. And he's not here for us right now. And that's only going to hinder the goaltending department even more. Will he come back? We'll see. Let's see if the Oilers can get through this round. But from the word on the street is he might not be able to come back for the entire playoffs. So we got to figure this out and figure out how to win without Mattias Ekholm, in the lineup. Next one from Oilers John. McLeod, Fogle, and Holloway had better seasons than anyone that the Oilers have acquired this season. Pathetic roster management. Horrible. Just horrible. I was not against moving Fogle, but everybody knows my thoughts on those offer sheets and what losing Broberg and Holloway did to this team. And now we are living it. Next one from Oilers for Life. Skinner is single-handedly killing McDavid's career, and the stupid management that thought we didn't need an upgrade, as well as those cowards in the media defending Skinner because he's a hometown boy. Cowards. And I don't know if it's the media defending Skinner or just the media having to... I mean, a lot of these guys are on the payroll of the Oilers. That's why I started this channel. I have zero allegiance to anybody but this logo and you, the fans. That's who Frozen Oil is made for, and we'd say it the way it is. And sometimes these guys that are, you know, they got sponsorships and they got their paychecks being signed by the Edmonton Oilers themselves. They cannot go and call out the management because it's not going to look good. And you know, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. But the reality of the situation is what it has been for the last 10 years with McDavid, especially an utter failure between the pipes and the Oilers trying to grab a legitimate goaltender. That's what it is. Next one from Dan Fika at Oilers 49er. Pickard has to start game 3. Agreed. The team simply plays better with him in net. Agreed. It's not about if Skinner is better than Pickard. The team is done with Skinner. This is karma for hiring that piece of trash Bowman. We deserve the pain. How much more pain can we take? How much more pain can we take? How much more pain can a fan base take? That's really the question you have to ask yourselves. Next one from Puck Empire. Do the Edmonton Oilers have what it takes to come back? The Edmonton Oilers have only come back from a 2-0 series deficit once in their team history, 2006. That was in round 2 against the San Jose Sharks. But those were close games. Those were 2-1 games. Those 2 games they lost. They weren't 6-5 and 6-2. And the 6-5 game, McDavid had to go Jordan mode and basically grab the team and lift it up from the depths to get the game tied up again. Right now, it's not even close. The Kings are absolutely dominating the Edmonton Oilers. That's what's happening. With the exception of that third period in game 1, especially the last 10 minutes. Other than that, it's been complete and total Los Angeles Kings domination. Next one from NWO at New World Oilers. We traded 2 first-round picks for Enrique and Walman. Wouldn't it be easier for Stan Bowman to just drive to my house in Spruce Grove, ring the doorbell, and kick me in the nuts? To go through all this work to cause me pain feels a little excessive. Right there with you, NWO. Right there with you. All of us are. All of us feel the same way. We just feel like you had the formula to get to the finals. You lost in game 7. And then you just decided to turn everything upside down on its head. All you had to do was get a goalie. That's it. From Morgan Laidler. The Oilers. We went to game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Also the Oilers. Let's switch out a third of the roster while getting older and slower for some reason because we're incompetent buffoons. That's strictly on management. That's strictly on management. That's strictly on the goaltending coach who somehow seems to still have a job. And that's strictly on the scouting department for not breaking down the damn door at the Oilers front office and screaming at the top of their lungs saying, do not at all costs get rid of Broberg or Holloway and match both those offers. We'll figure it out somehow after. At least for Holloway. Next one from Captain Jack. Imagine having not 1 but 2 generational talents on your team and putting one of the worst playoff goalies statistically in NHL history behind them. Stan Bowman, when asked if he'd trade for a goaltender, quote, no. I thought this one was hilarious. As well from Captain Jack. Shout out Captain Jack. Oilers media trying to talk about what's wrong with the Oilers right now without mentioning goaltending. And that is obviously a little clip there of a psychotic Super Mario Brothers stage that is just unbelievable that you could dodge all that and survive, but somehow they just keep dodging the obvious questions. Next one from Ryan Whitney. Oilers lose.
Goals. Oilers down 2-0. And they've given up 12 goals.
12 goals. 2 games. Yeah, play that harmonica. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know what Gene Princip is doing breaking out a harmonica. The harmonica choir there that played the national anthem for the Kings, they won that game. Why would you even bring a harmonica noise into your opening statement, followed by another harmonica rendition by that choir for the Game 2 national anthem, and then you go interview them? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Brett Kissel will never ever sing a national anthem for the Edmonton Oilers again because of the fan base's outrage about the simple fact that we never won a playoff game with that guy singing the national anthem. What are you gonna do? Go when you're down 4 goals? Go interview him during that game for what? We're already mad. We're already out of our minds. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't. Next one from BR Open Ice. We want Skinner chance in LA after the Oilers put in Pickard.
Quick to the puck. Kopitar for Kempe. Kempe and Kopitar again. These men going byfield, patrolling the front of the net. Comes for confidence.
Yeah, and the LA fans, they're into it, man. And you got to remember, the LA Kings fan base has lost 3 years in a row to the Edmonton Oilers. For them to have the energy to support their team, which is essentially still Kempe, Kopitar, and Doughty. That's their core. To support them like this against the Edmonton Oilers, you got to give them credit. Great atmosphere, but the Oilers, they just can't turn it on. Speaking of LA Kings fan, here's one from Toxic Kings fan at Fiala Follow. Oilers fans trying to blame allowing 12 goals in 2 games on the refs. I have to admit that was funny. It isn't too often we bring non-Oiler fans on the episode, but I mean, like I said before, if it's funny, there's a good chance, doesn't matter who writes it or who creates it, that it's gonna make the episode. And I just thought that was hilarious. And that's gonna do it for the episode. We got a humongous Game 3 at home, and it's a must win. It is a must win, or we gotta wait another whole entire year to get back to the playoffs. We'll see what happens. That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channels you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Frozen or hockey,